This is Katie with the Minnesota Winters, and I'm going to share with you a little bit about the month of November. And fittingly for the month of Thanksgiving, we're going to be sharing about a lot of our different friends. So early this month, we went out to Alangasi and saw our friend Diego, who owns a restaurant we really enjoy. And then early in the month, we spent some time with the Olsen kids. We've mentioned them before, but they bring a lot of joy to our lives. Elsie is good friends with Kaya, and we really appreciate all of her younger siblings as well, and got to spend an evening with them while their parents were on a date. And then you're going to hear more about them later because the Olsen family is who we spent Thanksgiving with. And here is a little video taken by one of the little munchkins, but it includes Levi playing guitar, which is special to me because he is learning to do that here, and I'm so glad. Next is our small group from church. We meet together twice a month to share a meal and pray together, and these people have been pivotal in our experience so far in Ecuador. First, I want to introduce you to Dan and Gina and their daughter Samantha. They host our group, and boy, do they have the gift of hospitality, not just for hosting this group and bringing us in, but they also run the foundation that we volunteer at occasionally, which has just made a huge impact in the community that it's in on the kids and their families. The next group I wanted to introduce is the Bormans. Esther and Ron Borman and their daughter Sarah actually run the youth programs at both our church, EFC, as well as the homeschool teen night that our kids go to twice a month. And that has just made a huge impact on our kids and their experience here in Ecuador. Ron also grew up in Ecuador, and his parents are missionaries serving the Kofan people and are still working to finish translating the Bible into Kofan. And Ron invited Brandon this month to join him on one of his trips to the jungle to see the Kofan people and to join in his ministry for the weekend and also go on some crazy adventures. I mean, Ron being growing up in Ecuador his whole life, it was no thing for him to take Brandon on an adventure, even caiman hunting one night. That was an interesting text that I got saying, here we go. And then to hear and see the pictures that Brandon brought back of Ron catching caiman with his bare hands and handing it off to Brandon was quite the adventure and exciting. We appreciate the Bormans, all three of them, so much, and their heart for kids and for the Lord is super inspiring, and we're so blessed to be part of it. And last for today, I'm going to introduce Timothy and Angelita, and they have the gift of encouragement. They are so kind and compassionate and helpful to us, and are even the ones who have supplied us with some things that we need here to make our home complete. And we have more people in our small group that I hope to introduce you to in the future. But for now, our friends who run Gringos Cafe, who we mentioned in our food video, are Donna and Sterling, and they have become dear friends who we spend a lot more time with these days. And I also want to mention that I've decided to continue working part-time at Alliance. So I'm just showing my coworkers I appreciate, Dana, our assistant, my co-teacher Roxana, who teaches the afternoons after I'm there in the morning. And then I don't have a picture, but my teaching partner, Mary, is the other first grade teacher, who I appreciate very much. And while I'm off working during the day, occasionally Brandon and the kids are going on their own adventures. This was a day this month where they went back to the Basilica, where we've been a couple of times before as a family, and checked it out through new eyes and seeing actually a couple of renovations that were happening at the building too. Elsie opted out of the adventure this day, where Brandon and Levi returned to the big gold church that we've gone to before when they heard that the crypt was being opened up for the Day of the Dead, and there were some opportunities to go down and see some of the areas below the church, which they had a really great time doing, found like it was very interesting, and Elsie and I were both okay to have missed out on that location.
Stuck.
But I think that you
We're waiting.
enjoy this. I just did it. You can go there.
I'm glad they had a fun day together. As far as family adventures, we did attend a play at Alliance Academy that was really awesome, Arsenical and the Lace. We had a lot of fun doing that. And then we also took a day trip to Otavalo, which is a town that specializes in the really big markets. And so we bought some new souvenirs and some things that we could use here in Ecuador. And then also on our way home, we had an interesting experience just seeing hundreds of people walking along the freeway as it was getting close to the time when it was going to start getting dark. And When we asked someone at one of the toll booths, we learned that it was a significant walk in the Catholic community where they were walking to see the Virgin El Quinche and to honor her, and part of that is a night walk. So we had an interesting time just seeing the people walking and also seeing all the things that were set up to serve those people on their walk. We also learned that even though we had passed by that location earlier in the day and seen no signs of this occurring, that the roads would soon be closing and we would have been stuck had we not figured it out in time. So it was another interesting thing about driving here in Ecuador and how things aren't always posted and you won't always know what's going to happen on the roads. And as far as driving goes, we took our biggest road trip yet to the beach near Atacanes. We were actually staying in a smaller town called Tonsupa, and we've been to this town before and had a really great time. We made a whole video about our beach trip, so I won't include too many details here, but just wanted to acknowledge that it was something big that we did this month. Something else pretty fun that we did this month was go to our first movie, and it actually felt like a very similar experience to that which we'd have at home. We went and bought some popcorn and some snacks, and we enjoyed ourselves in the theater very much and saw a movie with Spanish subtitles, but we're able to listen in English to the new movie Wicked. The last part of our November adventures includes our second trip to the migration office, where we have still been unable to secure our digital nomad visa, but we are just paying for tourist extensions for the time being. And while that's frustrating, we have much to be thankful for, including our Thanksgiving holiday with Jim and Susie Olsen and their kids and some other friends and family around them. And we're going to share just a couple of things about what we are thankful for and then play you some highlights from the day, as well as our day after Thanksgiving hike to the Antisana volcano as a family. Thanks for tuning in. Happy Thanksgiving. We are currently on our way to celebrate Thanksgiving with our friends at El Refugio. Jim and Susie Olsen invited us to join their day, and we are really excited about that and thankful for that. And I'm making everyone say what they're thankful for in the car, and we thought we'd just share it with you because living here has helped us appreciate some new things. One thing I'm really thankful for is FaceTime. It's been a really deep way to connect with family and friends back home in Minnesota, and it has made that feel less stressful being apart. And one of those obviously really important people is Cameron, and I'm so thankful that he is thriving and happy and doing well at Bethel. And I'm thankful for his girlfriend Audrey and their special relationship and how much she means to our family and how much I know that's impacted his experience.
Well, a few of the things I'm thankful for is I'm thankful for the community here. There's just so many kind people and that we've met, and they've helped us adapt to this life. I'm also thankful for the church. There's so many connections and fun things you can do in a church like that, so I'm just thankful for that.
I'm thankful for electricity and having a car, and also being around English-speaking people sometimes.
Happy Thanksgiving. On this day, as we're in Quito, I am just super thankful for English Fellowship Church in Quito and the friends that we've made there. I know that's a common theme, but I think without those friends and those deepening relationships, we would be completely lost. I'm thankful for the challenges we faced because I think in a lot of ways they expand our ability to care for others and they provide deeper compassion. I'm thankful for Spanish language immersion here. I have a friend, Henry, from years ago, and he is the reason that I want to learn Spanish because I want to know him better. And I'm really thankful for the independence that this car has brought as we are currently on our way to a Thanksgiving get-together.
I'll be there too because nobody's gonna. I just said.
Sin merecer nada, todo tú diste por mí. Decidiste amarme sin pedir nada.
Isn't it amazing? It's really coming together.
Tal inexplicable amor, con todo lo que siento y lo que llevo dentro. Sin merecer nada, todo tú diste por mí. Decidiste
pecho, porque palpita mi pecho. Sobre mi cabeza un techo, camino estrecho, pero confío en tus palabras y la piedra en el camino desecho. Eres tú mi guía, mi salida, medicina para mis heridas, esperanza para el